Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation with the United States of the world. We're an emerging nation. We're on a mission to banish poverty on a global scale, and we are now in a position where we are expanding our economy to benefit all our citizens by improving the liquidity and value of our currency. All our citizens hold our currency. They get free issues of it every month. Anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, there's no obligation. So you just turn up, register, prove you're a real person, and you're in. And once you're in, you are treated equally as every other citizen that we have. We just see all our citizens as human beings. We don't separate them because of gender, colour, class, creed, financial status, educational level, or anything else. All just seen as human beings, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, and so having something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to our community. And we have a little affirmation that helps us with that non-separatist ideology before we get started. And before that affirmation, we have a little prayer, and that's to help us find true happiness in life. You know, if you're rich as Croesus and unhappy, that's not being successful. And there are a lot of people that have a lot of money and they're still searching for something. They don't know what it is. And it is that true happiness, not the short-term pleasure you get from buying something new, paying off your debts or whatever else. It's an inner joy that is always with you, and you can't buy that. It's only available through loving service to other people. And the great thing about being of loving service to other people is that it attracts into your life everything else that you need and want. So it's a great way to find true success in life. You will find that all your needs will be met, and you'll be filled with that joy and be spreading happiness and joy wherever you go. It's a wonderful, wonderful way of life, and it's one that we advocate for all our citizens. The more you go out sharing love and abundance and being of loving service to others, the more your cup of happiness will be overflowing. So that's what our little prayer is about, and we'll be having the prayer and the affirmation in a moment. But first, let's welcome everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. We know that not everybody can make the live. 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everybody, and we accept that, and that's why we have our replays available in Facebook and on YouTube, going right back to day one. There might be an odd one missing for whatever reason, but all of the current ones are available for you if you want to catch up on anything. So let's just see who we've got in here. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England. We've got Peter in from Cameroon, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Don from Vancouver Island in Canada, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, and we've got Alexis from Rwanda. Hi there. I think that's somebody that's not a regular visitor here, and we will be very grateful for you to attend more often. We got Eric in saying there's a problem. I'll get back to that in a minute. I don't know what it is, but let's get the started and things going first. We've got Colin in from South Africa, Norman in from Doncaster in England, Maureen from London in England, and Richard from Devon in England. So let's get started with that little prayer and then the affirmation, and then we'll get on to answering questions and bringing you up to date with what's been going on today. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And a little affirmation. We're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this message from Eric. There's a problem with the matrix, as I have one person that paid his $10 yesterday and 3 that did it early this morning, and they have lost their position in the matrix. They shouldn't have lost their position since it was done before the matrix ran. It depends on what time. I think the cron job runs at about 4 o'clock or something like that. So if they did it between 4 and 5:30, they will have lost their position. But if they paid $10 yesterday or early this morning, they should be in. However, the matrix has been run and there will be no way we can correct it, but we'll have a look and see what we can do to help these people if that's the case. But it's not something that we can deal with here. Eric, put in the support ticket, please, and we will do what we can to check it all and to make sure it's all okay. Okay. If anybody else has similar problems with the ShareHope plan, once again, put in a support ticket. It's something that we will have to look at in detail, not something that we can handle on a live call. Okay. Today, there has been an issue actually with Eric's paying it forward. I don't know why, because I tested it in several accounts and it all went through no problem. But Eric's account, I tested it and it didn't go through. And we've not got to the root cause of that at this moment in time. He did have 3 people that he wanted to pay it forward for, and we did put them through manually, and those people I know were upgraded correctly. So and that wasn't manual, that was done by the program running for the upgrades, in looking for people that had funds in their deposit wallet and had funds in their deposit wallet and and were showing as free, and the program with the checks that we did and the people that we did it with, they all went through okay. And those 3 people that we manually put the money into their deposit account, I know were all upgraded correctly. And there were a couple of people that I had been looking at and testing, and they were upgraded correctly as well. So I'm not quite sure why there should be some that weren't. But I mean, if you've got the money in your deposit account, you can always go in there and activate your account by simply going to the activate part of your system, of your dashboard. Let me just see where it is. Let me see. No, that is the other one. It'll just take a second to come up. Yeah, activate account. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th item down on the left-hand menu. You can simply go in there and upgrade your account. And if your account is live and upgraded, it won't let you do it. So if you are a free member and you have the funds in there, then you can always just go there and click your button and it will automatically upgrade you if you don't want to trust the system to do it for you. And ultimately, the responsibility has to be your own to make sure it's done. And if you're adding funds into your account, why not upgrade it at the same time if you're showing us free? However, the system should upgrade, and it has done with the ones that we were checking. So I'm not quite sure what the error could be, but if anybody else has a similar situation, then please put in a support ticket and we'll do what we can to find out what's gone on. The matrix runs at 5:30. I think the cron job is supposed to run at 4:30, but we were testing things, and I think we ran it slightly before 4:30. I think we ran it around about 4 o'clock, and the tests that we had were correct. Okay. So we have been doing a few things development-wise, and answering a few tickets and things that came in, but mainly we've been working on getting me the information so that we can run the withdrawal disbursements from the ShareHope wallet for the lucky people that will be randomly selected. And I think we'll do it tomorrow rather than have too much going on Sunday. So I think we'll do it tomorrow, and it'll be add a bit of excitement into Saturday evening's updates. Although Devyani will be working tomorrow in lieu of Monday, which she didn't work. So her working week this week is Tuesday to Saturday rather than Monday to Friday. So there will be development going on tomorrow as well. Okay. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we did that is notable. Okay, no, I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers everything that we were working on today. I have also been working on, and I was hoping to get it done, but I haven't. I'm still working on the Word document, which we can put into a PDF format, regarding the pools and the way that they'll work, especially with the new disbursement process and things. There's a lot of information I want to get over, but it's getting far too big. I've got to change the way it's done. And I've been thinking about it, and I'll try and make it a very short, simple thing at the top of the document, and then go into depth further down, so that if people want the full in-depth thing, it will be available to them, and perhaps we'll reference it from the bits above, but we'll try and give it a more succinct version initially, that people can get a grasp what it's about, the pools system, why that you can't just withdraw the money that's in there, and what we're doing and how the whole thing works. Obviously, we are working towards improving withdrawals from there. But it's going to take us quite a lot of time to get. There are three basic liquidity models, if you like. What's liquidity, first of all? Liquidity is demand for something. It's no good having things to sell if there are no buyers for it. That means you've got zero liquidity. If you've got loads and loads of buyers and not much to sell, then you've got massive liquidity. And if you've got an equal number of buyers to the amounts for sale, you've got a balanced liquidity. So liquidity really is how many buyers have you got for what you want to sell. And there are three basic types of liquidity with our token. There is general global liquidity, and that means that people out there in the wide world know about our token, say it's a good thing, I'd like to buy it, I see it as a good thing to buy, hold, sell, speculate with, and that is the ideal, and that is where Bitcoin is now. But it took Bitcoin 12 years to get to that state, and there was virtually no competition in that 12-year period. Now there are thousands of different coins out there that are all trying to get people to accept them in the same global way. And so the competition is very, very high. So you have to have something unique and good, which we have, but you also have to be able to put that over and attract the people, the right people, which we don't have at this moment in time. Now, you can pay an awful lot of money to do it, and it can be very successful, but it can also be very costly and not very successful. And the best way to do it really is organically, which means that as we build our user base, there'll be more people using the token, there'll be more activity around the token, we'll be able to get the token onto we only need one exchange, something like PancakeSwap, and it will be monitored by people, and they'll see it, and they'll see it constantly going up in price, very stable, and that will boost that general liquidity. But as I say, it took Bitcoin 12 years with no competition. We've been around with our current token, I don't know how long, not very long. I doubt whether it's a couple of years, but it might be. And it's going to take us a while before we have that general global liquidity, which means that basically you can buy and sell as much as you want of the currency at any given time. So that's the first type, and that is the ideal, and that is what we're working for. But it will take quite a number of years before we get there. We will get there, and we will be one of the most sought after once we do get there, because I don't believe that anybody will catch us up once we have our model in place and people see what it's doing, because there isn't another model out there that is like it. But what about now? Well, there are two other kinds of liquidity. There is the community liquidity, and there is your own personal liquidity. And these are based on pools. And that means that if we have a certain number of, or let's say we have a certain amount of value in our liquidity pool, it means that we can then release the same amount of tokens to the value of the pool. Now, for our community pool to grow into a factor where it would allow everyone to withdraw even $1 in a month, it would mean we would need a community pool of over $40,000, because we have over 40,000 people in our community. In fact, we have 48,802 at present. So we need nearly $50,000 just to allow everybody $1 a month. So that's not going to happen for a while either. But we are working on it, and that's why we have decided that we will do a disbursement based on the liquidity that we do have. And I think we can pretty much guarantee it will be at least $1,000 a month. And we will try and grow it above that. But currently, I think we can guarantee about $1,000 a month, or at least $1,000 a month. But to make that viable, we are only going to allow people that are elite members. That's people that are in all 6 of our pools. And that number is considerably less. I can't remember what the number is, but it's around 2,000. So it will be limited to those 2,000 people, and it will be random allocation based on a minimum of $25 being allocated to people that are randomly selected. Okay, so that is our community liquidity. But for those of you that want to access your funds, you can build your own personal liquidity pool. And we put in place a system for you to do that and make additional money at the same time. And that is the ShareHope Powerline plan. And that has the ability for you to go out, refer a few people, get them to refer a few people, and building a liquidity that means that you will automatically get withdrawals at the end of the month based on your activity, based on the liquidity that you've created in your own pool. And it will range from just a $1 withdrawal all the way up to $10,000 withdrawal from your ShareHope wallet each and every month, and it'll be automatically transferred into your available cash wallet. And from there, you can do what you want with it. You can use it within our community, or you can take it outside our community and turn it into your local currency to pay your rent with, or buy a car, or food, or whatever you need to do. And that is the option you have. That is your personal liquidity pool. So those are the 3 types of liquidity that make our token available to you. And the personal pool is totally within your control. You can be as active as you can, and that will mean you have control over your own liquidity and the amount that you will be able to withdraw from the ShareHope wallet. And at the same time, you'll be making additional income through the ShareHope Matrix plan. So, well, the 2 of them. One of them is community-wide, which you don't really have any control over. It's just it'll get you where it gets you over time. And the other is in your control because it's a personal matrix. It's like building any matrix. And while ideally, if everybody got 3 people, you could be maxing out your matrix in 11 weeks. If everybody just got 3 people in a week and then did nothing else, you could be earning over $20,000 a week, a month, sorry, in 11 weeks' time. Now, while that is a possibility, and it's not that hard to achieve to get 3 people, most people won't do it. And the people that will make 20,000 a month within 3 months or so will get out there and they'll fill in all the gaps in their matrix, and they will probably personally refer hundreds of people into their personal matrix. They'll take advantage of the situation that some of the people they refer will refer 3, 4, 5 people, maybe more, and grow their matrix, fill it out very quickly. you don't in fact need to fill the matrix to make 20 grand a month, but you can do. But it will take persistent, dedicated effort to do it in that short space of time. But it is in your control. It's up to you. If that's what you want to do, you'll do it. If you really want to do it. But if you just hope that it'll work and you hope you can do it, then you'll get some of the way there, and it'll take you longer, but that'll be the difference. And those who just hope that everything will work, well, yeah, it will, but it could take you a long, long time. I think on average, and this is only a guesstimate, it's not a promise, but I think on average that everybody that gets involved in the ShareHope plan within a 3 to 5 year period will be earning over $6,000 a month, whether they are totally passive or whether they have put in a bit of effort. The ones that put in a bit of effort will get there faster than the ones that don't do anything, and that is only fair. Okay, so that is that is where we are now, and I see we've got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. So let me give you some numbers. First of all, ShareHope, we had 17 increase in the paid members in the last 24 hours to 470. But I think when we ran the matrix, it was at 461 from memory. So I think there are 9 people that upgraded too late to get into the matrix when the upgrade ran. Well, there are now 470 in there. Now that is 27 down on the last matrix. So it means that there will be people that have dropped out and there will have been compression going in. And there will probably be people that drop out every week. But as we grow and as we get things right and as we start the corporate marketing particularly, then we will start to see the number of people that drop out be a small fraction of the number of people that are newly upgrading. But once again, it'll take a little bit of time to just get it right and get it running. And once it does take off, it'll gradually grow. And at some point, it will just take an almost vertical situation and grow very, very quickly. So that is the ShareHope plan. The 777 plan, we had an increase of 73 in the last 24 hours. That's a good number, but it's a lot less than we've been doing normally. Recently, it's 25% down on what we've been doing as an average, I would think, something like that. But it happens, and no doubt we'll have these ups and downs, and as long as we are moving in the right direction, it doesn't matter because we'll get there, okay? But it's up by 73. We now have 22,457 paid members in the 777 plan. Once we get all the upgrades completed, that number will grow much, much faster. We will, in a relatively short space of time, have every member of We Share Abundance in that 777 plan. Either they'll have joined and joined at whatever level they choose, from $5 up to $635, or they'll be in with an assisted entry where we actually lend them the money to get involved and they pay it back out of their commissions. So that's the 777 plan. The registered members went up by 147 to 48,802. And multiply Visa, no change in the member base. We did get about 80 cents just from logging in from the revenue share, and it took us up to $10,530 in the bonus pool. Multiply Visa is a program. It's a sister site that we have, but until we get the Visa tokens, which is it's all based on, onto a new blockchain, the income potential from, well, the income program from there is pretty much null and void, but it's a good place to advertise. But we will get onto those Visa tokens hopefully later this year, and we'll get that program rocking and rolling again, and we'll be able to use at that point that 10 grand for the benefit of the members that are in that program. Okay, let's have another look here. And it's these 3 people lost their position. Which 3 people? And anyway, I can't do much about it. It didn't upgrade by itself and had to be done manually, and it was done on time. If they were upgraded, I don't know why they wouldn't be in there, but it's something we can't deal with here anyway. It will need a lot of investigation. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester. Even if the money was there, where one account was upgraded yesterday. Okay, you've mentioned that. Put in a support ticket, please, Eric. I can't do anything about it here. There is nothing I can do about it here and now. Even when we get at it, it may take a long time to find out what's going on and why. Okay. If I can answer questions here, I do, but I can't answer a support desk issue like that, where we have to delve into things, get developers involved, and find out if there is something that's going wrong or whatever. It can only be done, and it takes time, and it can only be done through a support ticket. Peter from Portugal. Hello, Graham. Can I confirm that all payments, deposits, and PIF payments are actions from the Visa available cash wallet? Yeah, everything we do goes through the We Share Abundance available cash wallet. Whatever you're doing, that is your internal bank account, if you like, with the funds in that you can use, and whatever you do comes out of that wallet, and anything you earn or get a disbursement from your ShareHope wallet goes into that account, and then that account is there and it's available to use internally for anything you want, or you can take it and use it externally by converting it into your currency. Kingsley from Manchester, England. Apart from Waves Exchange, is there any other exchange in the pipeline for buying and selling our community tokens? Our ShareHope tokens are not connected to Waves at all. And those are our community tokens as ShareHope. So the Wave Exchange has no, as far as I'm aware, has no ShareHope tokens in it. And if you wanted to withdraw tokens, you could put them out onto the Waves Exchange or any other exchange. You can say, you know, I'm offering these for sale. But I don't think, I think the token would have to be available on that exchange anyway. They'd have to say, yeah, we're prepared to list this token. And as far as I'm aware, there are no exchanges listing the ShareHope token other than our own internal exchange. Peter, again, can I also have confirmation that all withdrawals from the ShareHope plan are deposited back into the We Share Abundance available cash wallet? Yeah, I've just told you, everything goes through the available cash wallet. Whether you're making a payment or whether you're getting a receipt, it's all done through there. That is your internal bank account, if you like. We got Nankip in from Nigeria. Bozina, if you want to piss someone in the pools, can you do it with ShareHope tokens? Yes. It's the only way that you can use your ShareHope tokens in your ShareHope wallet is for pools, and it can be either for your own pools or it can be for anybody else's pools if you want to pay it forward for them. Is there a new timeline for the 7.7 upgrade completion? No, the timeline hasn't changed. It's as soon as possible, and it always has been. When is that likely to be? Well, I told you, I think, over the last couple of days, we're hoping that it will all be completed next week. It's not a guarantee. It's not a definite, because it depends on how quickly we get through things and how many bugs crop up that we have to sort out in the meantime for anything else. But we're hoping sometime next week. Peter, again from Portugal, you suggested corporate advertising for the ShareHope plan. Might recommend soon. Does that mean that we as members are able to promote people directly into the ShareHope plan? Or were you only talking about the 777 plan, which is within the We Share Abundance site? I don't understand your question, Peter. If we're advertising corporate advertising, it's community. We're not corporate is perhaps not the best word, even though we do have a corporation that we operate under. But if we're advertising as a community, then it's up to us what we advertise, whether we advertise ShareHope or 777 or anything else, and where we place those people. We will be advertising. It will be starting as soon as we get sorted out, hopefully next week. And the benefits of that we are going to place with the cash cow members. There are only about 25 of those, so they should see some real benefits pretty quickly once we get started on that, and we'll be scaling up as we find things that are working best. If you are doing your own promotions, whether it's using free systems or whether you're paying for some sort of promotion, whether you're buying visitors or doing solo ads or putting banners out or traffic exchanges, whatever you're doing, it's in your hands. You can promote whatever you want. So I don't really understand your question. It's up to you. It's your business. You promote whatever you want in your business. Okay, I'm not sure if I've answered your question there because I didn't really understand it. But I hope I've answered it. Okay. I gave you the numbers. Right. Just let me check, see if this is. No, it's not. Right. We're done, I think. If you have an issue with the ShareHope Matrix, put in a support ticket. I know that Eric has got an issue there with full details. explaining exactly who and why and whether they are showing as pro members or not, and we'll have a look at it. Or if you've got issues with anything else that can't be answered because they require investigation and they're live, I can always answer questions about the general way that things work and what we're aiming for and what we're doing, and difficulties, the pros, the cons. I can always do that. But anything that gets, we need to get into in depth, then please put in a support ticket and we'll address it as best we can. Peter Stokesbury again, does the link ShareHope only work for ShareHope directly? It will direct people to the ShareHope website, but if they join through the We Share Abundance registration page. So they join We Share Abundance, and then from there they can do whatever they want. But that will be the page that you're promoting, will be the ShareHope website page. There are other pages that you can promote from the main site, but it's up to you. Okay. Okay, that seems to have answered Peter's question. Good. Okay. Yeah, anybody that registers for any of our programs, with the exception of Multiply Visa, which is totally separate and will always be totally separate. It's operating with a different currency. It's operating totally independently in a different system and everything else. But everything else that we do will be through registration for We Share Abundance. Okay. As I say, I think we've covered it. I apologize for not being able to answer support questions about things where there are issues with things that we need to investigate in depth, but they do take time, and it takes quite often more than my ability to see what's going on. Sometimes it would need developers to go in and check why things didn't happen in the coding and things like that, which is outside my scope. There are things that I can check, and there are things that our support team can also check. But our support team at the moment doesn't do anything to do with the ShareHope platform because we're not finished with it and happy with it. So it's either myself or Devyani or Rohit, basically, on the ShareHope plan. Okay. I'll be here tomorrow. We will do the disbursement from the ShareHope wallet. I'll work out exactly what we can do financially, and we'll see how many people we can send some free money to. Okay, so that'll be exciting tomorrow. We'll do it live here. I'm not sure how long it'll take. I'll have to have a bit of a practice run at it before I go live, but we will do it as a screen share, and it'll be sometime during tomorrow's live, which will be 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Until then, get out there, share love and abundance, be of loving service to others, and go the extra mile in that loving service to others. It'll pay you huge dividends. God bless you all. I love you all. And I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah.